Welcome to another episode of Writing Theatre. My name is Esther Olusegun. Indecent dressing has become a topical issue in higher institutions these days. And today we'll be speaking with some stakeholders and lecturers in prestigious higher institutions to find out their thoughts on this topical issue. Follow us.
We are really concerned about the way our students dress. Let's think about it this way. They are mass communication students being trained to become journalists. And as journalists, when you're in the newsroom, your editor can call you anytime to go and cover an event. If you are called one day in the newsroom to go and cover an event where you will meet the governor of Lagos State, if you are not well dressed, your editor will not call you. That means you'll be on the losers. Simply because it is compulsory that if you are going to such an occasion, you must dress well. Now let's look at it from another angle. You want to go and cover an event or attend an occasion. If you do not dress well, when you get to the entrance of that hall, whoever it is at the door will not allow you in if you introduce yourself as a journalist, because they believe that journalists should always dress well. So our students are being trained to know how to dress well in the society because of people normally say first appearance matters. Yes. When you are going for the first time matters. If you don't dress well, they will look at you as if you are not serious. So that's how they perceive students that are not well dressed when they go out. For the students, I will say dress decently. It is not until you show your breast, do you understand? Or you show your bum bum. It is not until you do all those things that they will know that you are beautiful. Are you following? If you cover yourself very well, you do your hair neatly, of course, people will honor you when you go out. People will embrace you. They will address you well. It was the late Idausa that said, you are addressed the way you dress. Yes, it is true. You are addressed the way you dress. So that means the way you dress speaks volumes. The way you dress is very, very important. If I see you not well dressed, of course, one will just talk to you anyhow. But if they see a well dressed person with good tailor, with good iron dress, with shoe, bag and everything, of course, we give that person respect. So we encourage our students to ensure that they dress properly. Always, because you don't know when you can be called upon to cover an event as a journalist.
I've been teaching for a number of years, and I've had the privilege of teaching some students who dress indecently, but yet very intelligent. You understand? So in a way, indecent dressing does not really affect their academic prowess. But in my own case, when a student is not properly dressed, I don't like it. I believe that what journalism demands decency. Note, indecent dressing does not really affect academic performance, because through the years, I have taught some very intelligent students who I still remember Modukbe and Vanessa, two friends who normally most time they wear was sleeveless and they wear high heels, although the skirts are not too short, but they were fond of wearing was sleeveless. I'm here to teach students as brilliant as those two girls. But then again, indecent dressing attracts negative attention. So it's like what a paradox. In a way, it does not attract, that does not prevent the students from not being intelligent. But again, it attracts negative what? Perception about them, which if you are not careful, you find yourself doing what? Marking them down. That's what it does sometimes. Marking them down because of what? The way they dress. But if you want to look at it without bias, Indecent dressing really does not mean that what the student does not know anything. It's just that it tends to attract negative attention and negative comments. I will tell them that, of course, you know me, that I've always been an apostle of what? Decent dressing. I've always been an apostle of decent dressing. So if I'm to have my way, I will tell them, be properly covered. You can still be properly covered and attractive or look good. You don't need to expose any part of your body to do what? Attract attention or whichever. The Muslim dressing with her veil. But you know that I used to point to her as a model because she knew how to combine colors and make her clothes so stylish that that's why the fact that she's covered and everything. You want to do or look at her and admire her more than someone that is what? Indecently well dressed with short skirt or bomb short or whichever. So if I have my way, I want every student to do or dress decently. The one that, for instance, at any point in time, you can be called to go and interview anybody, and you know until they need to do or change. You know, like wearing all those stupid clothes that some of the students wear. They can't wear it and maybe say go and interview a governor, and you show up like that. You understand? Now let's look at CNN or those international broadcasters. How many of them have you seen being, how will I say, dressing what in an indecent manner? I don't know that was CNN. You watch Sky News, you watch BBC. These are broadcasters, and you see that what they were properly were dressed.
My perception of the current dressing styles of visual undergraduates entering the workforce is at best very awkward, inappropriate. You see some students wearing slacks and the skirt will be torn almost to their waist. You can't take that to a corporate environment. It will affect the corporate environment's perception of you. We have certain dress codes for the offices and for the professional work environment. And these dresses, when they are complied with, will make work very, very good. For example, lawyers have a way they're supposed to be dressed. Medical doctors have a way they're supposed to be dressed. Site engineers have a particular way to be dressed. Even people who are going to supervise jobs in the waterborne environment will also put on their life vest. If the students import wholesale their current indecent dressing intentions and bring them to the work environment, definitely they will have issues and problems being integrated. The work environment would ordinarily expect that they should have been prepared by the education institutions for the new rule in the work environment. And some workplaces too have dress codes, like in the bank. There's a way to dress in the bank. And if you just dress anyhow in the bank, you could be sanctioned. Normally in the final year, there are some courses that border on ethics of practice. So under those courses of ethics of practice, the dressing style should be addressed. And besides, the institutions should have in place a mechanism whereby all the graduate students are prepared for life and work outside school.
Of course it does, because most of the time, the way they dress will appear to the prospective employee who want to employ them. So that when they find out that they are not dressing properly, they will very much, and they will not start employing them. They have to talk to them so that they will be able to dress properly. Because how you dress actually is how you will be undressed. You dress properly, even at school, will affect the way, the professional, those who want to employ you, prospective employers, will dress.
Yes, it does. It affects it a lot. I think in some cases, in some professional courses, there should be a kind of code of conduct that they must instill into their department to ensure that the students are able to conform to their profession, because if eventually they should leave school, in coming to field, you know, because they are not yet ready, because that thing is not yet in them. So on getting to the field, they might not be able to perform the way they want them to perform. Yes, I think they should instill discipline in them. I think the discipline is the most important thing, because even the Bible even made it clear that if the foundation is destroyed, what is the righteous going to do? Everything starts from the school, and school is a place for transformation. So they should be able to like instill the discipline in them and ensure that they follow, so that when they leave the school, they'll be able to function the way they want them to function.
Clothes that ought to be for indoor, they are wearing it outdoor. These are inappropriate dressing. These are called indecent dressing. So indecent dressing has implication, and these are the implications of indecent dressing. Firstly, for the male, you see these males that we are talking about wearing jeans and sagging. For them to walk on the street, probably at about 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. Nowadays, we have in our society police raiding. You know, we've had instances where young people found themselves at Kirikiri. They are being apprehended for no just cause. And what cause is indecent dressing? They have dreadlocks on. They have their jeans without belts, being sagging. You know, so these are things that cause a negative effect on the society. My recommendation basically for males is for them to be able to wear their clothes appropriately. When you dress properly, when you dress appropriately, people will address you. They will accord to you the right respect in the society. They will look at you with a positive look, and they will not see you as someone that is having a negative effect on the younger generation. Also for the female, one of the implications is for a female that dresses for her body to be revealed, you are attracting the other sex that they have in mind. Those ones that have a negative mind will end up raping that girl when they have an opportunity. So, and these are the reasons why we have cases of rape being rampant in our society. Some part of it is caused by the female side. So, the recommendation for the female also is for them to dress appropriately, cover up yourself. And I'm meant to understand that in the major religion, the religious way that we have in Nigeria, we have the Christian and the Muslim. In the Quran and also in the Bible, is stated categorically there that a man and a woman should dress appropriately. There's a saying in English that says that the way you are dressed is the way you are going to be addressed. So if you dress properly, they will address you properly. If you dress inappropriately, you will be addressed inappropriately. So my recommendation is for younger people, younger generation, to dress in the way that they will be addressed.
Okay, so for me, basically, I would say it depends on the company they're working for. And one of the things I've seen over time, years of experience, is that people that are looking for a job, especially fresh graduates, they tend to comply with the company's rules and regulations, because they know that they're just starting their career and they don't want to jeopardize their career. So most of them, or their careers, so most of them tend to comply. In fact, virtually all comply with the dress code of that particular company. I think it depends on the company those people are working with. And why I'm saying so is because fresh graduates, they tend to comply with whatever rules is given to them at a place of work. And why am I saying this again is, most of them, they don't have jobs before coming, and getting their first time job, they want to comply. It's when people get to maybe mid-level, they tend to do whatever they want to do because they've gotten their skills and the like. So that's that.